is Hilde Borchgrevink. I'm a writer and musicologist based in Norway. I wish you warmly welcome to this series of interviews where we are going to meet the nominees for this year's Nordic Council Music Prize 2021. With me here I have one of them, soprano Anu Komsi from Finland. She has an extensive international career, and Anu, since your debut in 1993, you've been combining fields of music that not many singers actually do. You're singing both staged opera and jazz, and from the start you've also been deeply involved in developing new work. And I find this last interest so important because it helps us avoid that classical music becomes a museum. And at the same time, this close, very bodily contact with history that one has when performing historical repertoire is a very special experience. It takes both performers and listeners into a kind of time machine that I hope we can talk more about later. But I would like to start actually with your instrument that you carry with you all the time, your voice. Could you tell us a little about, you have a voice type called Koloratura. What is that?
A good question. Well, I've been ranging my ambitus whole my life, but when I started, I realized that it's easy for me to sing high tones also in 3 octaves. But since I was 16, 17, so I started. Actually, I did my public appearance in Helsinki in the youth soloist concert with the radio symphony orchestra with Lakme aria, which is really demanding. And happily, I didn't know how demanding it is. So I was 19, 18 when I got the engagement for this concert. But since then, I've been tackling the most demanding coloratura repertoire between contemporary all the time together. So I always, when I see my name, if there is a coloratura soprano in my mind, I feel my voice is much larger. So I also nowadays enjoy to sing really low tones as well. So keeping that range really bright, but certainly my best hit tones has to say is the high tones
but has your voice also changed over time, or how is that?
I think it just has become bigger. So because nowadays my repertoire it's also Salome I can sing, and it feels really nice to sing Salome, and so it's just bigger or brighter, but I still keep the high tones. So I still practice as an exercise, Queen of the Night. So just checking if I'm having the high tones, and it's
checking that
it's a nice game. It's playing with the own voice, but certainly yes, I'm a coloratura, yeah.
But you made your debut with more modern music, and why was that? Why did you start singing the music of our time?
Well, I was still a student, and of course I did the obligatory repertoire with the romantic repertoire and in opera studios. So, but then I was member of the Avanti Orchestra first as a violinist, and then I began to do more singing, and then Esa-Pekka Salonen picked me to sing Ligeti Avantura, Nouvelle Aventure, and that was my first professional production in Helsinki. But actually then a year after that I did my professional debut in Frankfurt Opera with Olympia. So Olympia, it's rather modern in a way how to use the voice. So, and then I tackled the basic classical coloratura repertoire in German opera houses. So that's a really important base of the whole way of using. my mother-in-law, who is a pianist, she said that you have to understand tradition in able to be able to play or sing the contemporary. So for me, I always maintained that there has to be the basic repertoire beside.
I think you're right that there is an important connection there. That's that we should develop and defend. But you also said that you are actually educated also as a violinist.
Yes, and a flutist. So I was playing in a symphony orchestra with both.
Do you use? Do you think that has been helping you as a singer? And
sure.
In what way?
When I was studying first on the Feldman, neither I did it in Copenhagen with the Danish radio orchestra. So I thought that was the first piece I really thought, can I do it? And then I started to practice it with my flute and started to get the unbelievable phrases with no breath in 10 minutes. so sure, I think the flute has been to really essential how I understand my body, how the breathing is going.
Yeah, and maybe also how you conceive of how you think of I mean scales and tones and things that you.
Yes, and phrasing.
Yes, an instrument too, because Morten Feldman, as you said, is a composer who makes very, very slow and long pieces.
Yes.
So, which is of course super difficult to sing because your breath has a kind of an end.
Yeah, there's no place to breathe. So after that, it was a revelation for me actually, and since I love the piece and I still do it. It was 2004, and I still did it last year before Corona with the Helsinki Philharmonic, and so I really enjoy it nowadays.
Yeah. Could you say something about the difference? Because when you sing opera and also symphonic repertoire and contemporary repertoire, you are sometimes on a stage kind of acting, doing a role. Like Queen of the Night or Maria in and other times you are just being more like an instrument. Could you say a little bit about the differences there?
Well, for me, I'm always priority is the music and the singing, and nowadays that's why I'm doing nowadays more concerts than opera. It's good to have 1-2 productions opera per year, but because there are so many directors who doesn't read scores, and I'm so sick of that. And and in the media always it's the mise en scène. It's told. It's in the critics reviews. There are other articles about the mise en scène, but nothing about the music. And it's for me the priority is how to sing, and I'm quite certain that the best singers are also the best actors. Yeah. Because then I'm so free to be on the stage in the role. The better I sing, the freer I am.
So that the acting actually comes through the music.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm also a little bit. I would like to just to close off. I wonder if you could say something about your collaboration with the Finnish composer Kaija Sarjaho. Because you've been working with her for many years and commissioning a lot of works. And how did you work together with developing music?
Oh, it started when I was pretty young, 20, and I was recording her wonderful Adieu for flute and guitar and soprano in a Finnish radio studio, and she came there, and since then it's a bit surprising me as well that I haven't done her operas, but I'm going to do her next opera Innocence in Helsinki next year. Yeah. But I recorded almost her whole vocal chamber music or lead repertoire, and then I commissioned 2 song cycles, the Leino songs, and now the Saarikoski songs, which I recorded this year, is as a world premiere. And like from the Leino songs, there are also going to be orchestral version, and that orchestral version of this new Saarikoski cycle is going to be in Boston with the Boston Symphony and Andres Nelson. So, and then later on in Helsinki and Paris, and I hope. But it's she knows my voice. She's a voice fetishist. She knows my voice so well that I don't. Those songs just.
Kind of
they are part of me, as well as she has herself said that but for example, last summer she wrote 1 song more than I commissioned, and she wrote it in 2 days, and so it was. I'm so happy to be her inspiration, and she has said that herself as well. So.
Yeah, I'm sure she also is happy having you as a collaborator. I mean that very much through history, actually, much music has been created like that in close collaboration.
Yes, and for example, George Benjamin wrote Into the Little Hill for me and Hilary Summers for our voices, and that piece has been now be performed all over the world. So I think that if the premiere is the best possible, that the composer has known the voices, so it becomes so popular, and everybody wants to sing it because it's so well written. Even and it doesn't matter how difficult it is, but because it's so well written, when the performers are so intense collaboration and also really good. So.
Yeah, but really, I think that's good performance actually contribute to spreading music also to other performers and yes. To the audience, which is super nice.
Yeah, I think that's why premiere is so important, and not all composers understand that. So that who is doing the premiere, I think it's really surprising, but I'm happy, and but then I also thought, okay, I deserved it, and then I would be over the moon if I would win this. But to be as a nominee of Finland, and I'm the first singer in Finland to be nominated.
Really?
So yes, yeah, I asked about it. So that's why I'm really moved. I'm really happy. I'm thank you so much.
Thank you for talking to me, and I'm crossing fingers for you, and looking forward.